everybody. Welcome to this beautiful life design course, and welcome to your first video, and first chapter is called Finding Purpose. I just want to put the course into context before we begin. So this course isn't based on any religion, but it is based on scripture, on truth. What I mean by that is, for example, my little girl, she's 8 years old, she's called Isabella. Often every night before bed, she'll replay the day over in her head, and she'll often think about maybe someone did something to her that she didn't like so much, maybe she didn't achieve exactly what she wanted to achieve, maybe she had a little disagreement with a friend, maybe she's thinking about how she can make her life better in the future. You know how it goes. And she'll say to me, "Mummy, when I'm big, I'm going to go to India and find out what the secret is to happiness." And I smile and I leave it at that, because Isabella has her own journey, as we all do. But I know, if I can be so bold to say that if she does go to India, and I hope she does, and I hope she has a wonderful time, she won't necessarily find the answer to happiness and fulfillment, although she might find the space within herself for the answers to come from within. So I've been on a bit of a journey, 10 years, and there is a pathway set out in the, if you like, in the yogic tradition. So it's based on lots of scriptures like the Vedas, that's Vedic tradition, and there's a book called the Bhagavad Gita, which is like the cornerstone of Hindu faith. It's also mixed with the teachings of Jesus Christ and things like that. Okay, so again, it's not a religion, but it is truth spoken from masters. Okay, here we go. Here's the truth. So the truth is that you always have an inner, eternal happiness, joy, peace, and contentment. That is your natural state. It's written in the Yoga Sutras, it's written in many places. However, we don't always feel that, do we? We don't always feel so super happy. We don't always feel so super peaceful and content and just, in total flow. We often feel discontent. So what this means is that we've gone away from our natural state. So that's beautiful, isn't it? Because it means you can't actually find something else. You don't need to go out and get something else. You just need to return to your center. Also, in the Bhagavad Gita, which is the cornerstone of the Hindu faith, which I mentioned before, it's a very powerful book that tells you, okay, how do you live then? If you can't always be coming back to center and being quiet, because then we'd get nothing done. So how do you live once you've found that center and that peace? Answer: there can be no life without action, so you have to take action, and that's where your purpose comes in. But it clearly states that every single soul is born with their own unique purpose, whether that is cleaning streets, whether that is being an amazing mum, whether that is being a dedicated, loyal wife, whether that is being an artist, a singer, a yoga teacher, a clerk, a hairdresser, a journalist, a potter, a vintage clothes seller, a meditation teacher, a lawyer. I'm just trying to think of all the jobs that I know that you do, the people who are going to listen to this. But whatever it is, there's not one that's better than the other. They're all absolutely divine. But when you live that purpose and you're like, okay, that's my purpose, and you live that to your absolute maximum, to your absolute top potential, then the Bhagavad Gita says you will experience that sense of contentment and fulfillment in life. So the 2 points I want to clarify from this first video. 1, you can't find your purpose from anything outside of you. Actually, I want to make 3 points. 1, you can't find your purpose from anything outside of you. It's within. And all you need to do is get quiet enough and centered enough to hear people already know. They always know. And they're the lucky ones, you know, they just know it. Other people need to look harder. Whichever side of the scale you're on, just feel super lucky that you're on this path, because that's the way to go. The second point I want to make is, in the scriptures, it truthfully says that happiness, joy, peace and contentment is your natural state. That's the way you're born, that's the way you always are. It's the other stuff that takes it away. So all you need to do is get rid of the other stuff. Maybe you do that through meditation, through yoga, through walking in nature, through being with people you love, and then you feel your natural state. Number 3 is, how do you act in life? How do you move forward? How do you make money? How do you, bring something to the table? You can't just not do anything. And the Bhagavad Gita says the key is action. You have to act in this life. There's no other way. Sitting in caves in the Himalayas is a big no-no these days. And it always has been, really, except for a few select few. That's not the way. Hiding yourself, anything like that, no. You need to find your purpose, realize that happiness, peace and contentment is your birthright, and then act to the best of your potential. Okay, so my tips for how we're going to get there are: take some time away from noise. One thing I realized was, I went on a big diversion in life because I thought I wanted to work in fashion, and I thought I wanted to work in London. And even though, I don't think that was a bad diversion, it was a diversion that helped me to find my husband and have a family. But why did I think I wanted that? Well, I thought I wanted that because it sounded cool, and it would make my parents proud, and it would make my friends think I was super, awesome. So I based my purpose on what other people thought. So, for example, you might go on social media and think, wow, their life looks cool, that's what I want to do. Or your parents might say, oh, you really should take this path in life. That would make me really happy. And you think, okay, that's what I've got to do because I want my parents to love me. Or, society is saying, oh, it's really, really good if people are doctors. Yeah, it is really good if people are doctors, but, that's not for everyone. So my point being that you get quiet enough to hear what your truth is, That can be by having a few days off social media, off reading the news. That can be by dedicating to long, quiet walks in the woods. Meditation is a brilliant tool. I know that not everyone is a meditator, and that's fine, but get quiet. Turn off the phone. That would be my biggest recommendation. Turn it off and go within and listen to yourself. Another top tip is, what did you love to do when you were a child? What did you love to do when you were a child? That's a big clue. It's a big clue. Okay, so then you've had your quiet time. Maybe you already know your purpose. The quiet time will reaffirm it. Maybe it might tell you you're wrong. Maybe it'll reaffirm it. And then what are you going to do next? So you're like, okay, I have really felt my purpose inside. So then you boldly say, right, I'm not going to be quiet and not bring the best of myself to the table. This is my purpose. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to stick it on my kitchen wall or my bedroom wall or my bathroom mirror, so every single day I can see that. So then when something else takes my fancy, or something else looks cool, I say, no, this is my purpose. A classic example might be, your purpose in life might be to be an amazing wife, an amazing mother, and then you go on social media and you see all these amazing wives and amazing mother doing like an amazing job in something. You think, oh my god, I'm so rubbish. So you leave your purpose and you're feeling bad about not being like that. But then as soon as you like, no, this is my purpose, then you put your attention back onto yourself and you feel good, and then you start to shine. For example, for me, what's my purpose? Well, my purpose is to share these teachings that I've discovered with people. However, sometimes I watch yoga teachers who are really physical and they're amazing asana teachers, and I think, oh my God, you know, I'm not as good as that. I can't do that arm balance, and I can't do a handstand, and oh, you know, I'm not good enough. Then I forgot about my purpose, because my purpose is over here. That's not my purpose, that's someone else's. So I bring myself back to my purpose, I refine center, and then I'm good to go. You know, I am good to bring the best of myself to the table. And that is another key point. Don't play small. Like, once you found your purpose, give it all you've got. You will have days where you think, oh my God, like, you know, maybe I should just be a bit quieter, maybe I should not be seen, maybe, you know, people are talking about me, You have to fight that every single day. Fight that, and you're going to bring the best of yourself again and again and again and again and again, and you're going to shine, because that is what you were born to do in your own unique way, and anything less is a disservice to yourself, your life, your community, your family, and the universe. Okay, so you are taking time, you are reaffirming or reassessing your purpose, you're writing it down, you're sticking it somewhere, and then you are going to make a dedication to yourself that you are going to give this everything. Now, that doesn't mean pushing yourself into like frenzied activity. No, I'm not a fan of frenzied activity. I like to take things nice and slow. But what it does mean is when you have that little voice in your head telling you, I don't know if you're good enough, I don't know, that person thinks you're stupid, or, you know, these little thoughts, you be like, every single day, I'm fighting those thoughts, I'm bringing the best of myself to the table, and here we go. This is my life, and I'm making the most of it. I read a quote yesterday, I might get it a bit wrong, but it said, the poor are those that don't make the most of what they've been given. The poor are those that don't make the most of what they've been given. And the rich are the ones that take what they've been given and let it shine out to the entire world. So you have been given gifts, and you would be poor in spirit, in mind, and in heart if you didn't let them shine. Okay, so following this video is practice. The practice will include a little quiz, so you will need a pen and paper. It will include some breath work and some meditation, guided meditation, very easy. If you've got kids hanging around the house, like, just get them involved. It doesn't have to be perfect in any shape or form. If you are able to have quiet time, awesome. And at the end, it will also require a bit of journaling. So just remember, everyone has a purpose in this life. Everyone's purpose is different, and it is just our natural instinct and natural state to be happy, peaceful, and content. When we don't feel those things, it's because we've been taken away from our center. So we get rid of the noise and come back, and we are rich if we share what we have been given. Good luck finding your purpose. Drop a comment in the box below if you feel this, if you agree with this, if you already know your purpose, let us know what it is. Yeah, thank you very much. Goodbye.